favorites of 2014. I know it's a little late getting up, but at least I am doing it. And I really wanted to take time to go through my products to find out really what I absolutely love, whether I bought it in 2014, it came out in 2014, or whatever. I just wanted to get the products that I absolutely used, loved, and have really become my absolute favorites. Or a couple of them have taught me how to use products, if that makes sense. And I'll show you. I'm going to first start with just face stuff. And the first is this Urban Decay B6 Vitamin Infused Prep Spray. I don't think it came out this year, pretty sure, but I got it this year for the first time and I absolutely love it. I think it is a great lotion, moisturizing type spray. I use it usually before I start my face, but I have been known to use it during the day if I feel a little bit dry, especially in the summertime. I will spray this on and I love it. It's almost empty. This is actually my second one that I've gone through this in 2014, and I probably have maybe this much left. I mean, I do really like this stuff. It works so, so well. All right, so I know this did not come out in 2014, but it's when I bought it, and I've been watching, I want to say for 3 years, if it's been out that long, but I'm pretty sure. One of the YouTuber that I've watched for a long time, I mean years, talked about this and I wanted to get it and I didn't. And I kept deciding and finally I just broke down and bought it last, I think February time. So almost a year ago, and it is my favorite. I will be interested to see if by next year I have found anything else, but for the past 11 months, I haven't found anything that works as good as this. I mean, anything. This is an absolute favorite. The next is, it's all dirty, the Too Faced Bonjour Soleil palette. This is a bronzing palette. I believe you can actually still get this. It's limited edition, but you can still get it on Sephora's website on clearance. The reason I threw this in is, one, I had bought bronzers, but never used them, or at least didn't use them really correctly. I used them more as to bronze my face in the summer. Not that it wasn't wrong, but I didn't use it. I never contoured. And that is what this palette, I guess, taught me. I bought this because it was so pretty. And this is what I first used when I started to contour. And I used a little of this lighter shade here. I did use the Chocolate Soleil here. This one I really didn't use. It's kind of an luminous color. It's the bunny, snow bunny. But I love this. I am so glad that I broke down and bought it. I think this is one of the first all face palettes I bought. I've bought in tons of palettes that have like blushes in it and bronzers and highlighters, but not one that is specifically just for face. I think this was my first one. And I love it. I am so happy that I bought it. I think it is absolutely beautiful. If you're able to still find it on Sephora's website, especially on clearance, I suggest you get it. Or maybe it was Ulta. One of them had it in their clearance section, but I think it is absolutely worth the money. The next is the Professional. This is a favorite, even though currently I am not using it. I think it is the best primer and it works the best and it does what it says it does. And I'm not using it right now because I was breaking out so bad. So I kind of stopped everything back in November and went with products that I know don't break me out. And so I haven't gone back to this, but I wanted to mention it because it really has been my favorite primer. I used it almost the entire year and I think it just works so good. I just have such a sensitive face. I hate it. But if I didn't, I'd be using this every day. But I still think this is probably my #1 primer of all time. The next is a highlighter. You guys, I've told you guys I love highlighters. I don't know if I know how to highlight because I watch videos and I see people's highlight and it's like amazingly beautiful and you just see the glow and I never can see mine. And so I think that's why I keep buying and buying highlighters, because I just want one that I can look on my film, on my camera, on my videos and be like, yes, I see it. And I just don't have that. But the one that I probably use the most this year and just absolutely love is the Too Faced Candlelight Glow. I just think it is so beautiful. I got this year, and as you can see, maybe the insignia, or not insignia, but the label that they put on this is completely gone on the white side. I loved the white color more so than the pink, but I did mix them together too. But I think this is absolutely beautiful. I don't have it on today. I don't know which one I have on. But this is my absolute favorite, at least of the past year. I got this probably the summertime, so I guess I didn't use it all year, but it was one of my absolute favorites, and I just think it is so beautiful, and it's very affordable for a higher end highlight. So there is that. The last two type products are the Garnier Nutri Skin Renewal Anti-Dark Circle Roller. It's a long name. I actually just got this in December and I am putting it in my favorites. That's how much I think this works so well. Is I just like this either before I go to the rec center, I'll roll it under and then smear it out, you know, and it makes me look like I haven't just rolled out of bed like I usually do before I go to the gym. And it just makes me look more awake. I really like it. It's not just a makeup item, but I feel like it has color, so it kind of is. But I just think this is absolutely beautiful and amazing. The last face product are my blushes, and I really searched through my blushes to find which ones I thought were just absolutely a standout this year. And for me, it were the Becca, what are they called? So Beach Tint Shimmer Soufflés. And I got 3 of them and I really love them. It took me a while to figure out exactly how to use them, but I think on me, because my skin is so pale, that they are more of a highlighting blush, which is fine. But I got the color Raspberry Opal, which is just gorgeous, and so you can hardly even see it on my skin. These are really just highlighting blushes, but I think they are so natural, so pretty. This one is the Liche Opal. Obviously, I like the opal ones. And then this one is the, woo! Almost dropped that. These are glass. Fig Opal. I got all the opal ones, I guess. So they are just absolutely wonderful. I mean, you can tell I totally used them this year. If my camera would focus, and it's not. So I think these are so worth it. I don't even know if you can still get them. I should have looked, but if you can, at least get one and try it. I mean, you know, doesn't hurt to have products, right? Okay, so let me go to eyes, and then I have lips. And for eyes, I will start with, I only have mascara and eyeshadow. I really didn't have a standout eyeliner that whether I've been using forever and it's just my favorite. And I kind of wanted to share things that where there were new favorites for me or just absolutely stand out to me. And first I wanted to share the mascaras. And currently I'm not using these. I'm on my absolute favorite drugstore mascara. But these I tried for the first time this year and fell in love with both of them. This one is the They're Real by Benefit, and this is the Better Than Sex by Too Faced. These are, I think, just the best mascaras. And I have a couple that I really want to try this year, high end. I really want to try the Baby Doll by is it YSL? I really want to try that one. Let me know if you've tried it. But these are just really good mascaras. I highly suggest, and I've never bought them. I've always gotten samples, luckily. So well, I think this one I've bought, which was 10 bucks. But I don't think you can buy a little one of this one. But I don't know. So if you can definitely find them or go get a sample at Sephora or whatever, do. And just try it. And hopefully it'll work as good for you as it has for me. I couldn't mention eye products without mentioning the ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadows. I got way too many of these this year, but they are just so amazing. And I wanted to share a couple of my absolute favorites. First is On the Rocks. This one is just a nice gold color. I mean, the pigmentation on these is just, I mean, amazing. It actually looks really light on my camera, but these are just so pigmented. Another one is I Heart This. I think you can buy this one. They have a lipstick actually called the same thing, but these are just very natural. Can you even see it? It's right here. Shimmer shades that are just gorgeous. I haven't tried any of their matte ones, and I'm dying to do that because I do wear a little bit more matte lately than I do shimmer. But I mean, if you're gonna go and spend money on single eyeshadows that you want great pigmentation and etc., you have to order from them. They're $5. They're so cheap. I mean, seriously, I think I buy every kit because you can buy them separate or you can buy kits. This one was like 20. I got a couple of the Christmas sets that were 30, but they had 6 in them. And if you spend 30, you get free shipping, so you might as well, I mean, right? I think it basically pays for 1.5. Like if you bought 20, you would be spending the amount, or if you bought 5 of them, you'd be spending a little bit more than $30 to ship it, and you could have bought another one. And so anyways, and then the last 2 eye products are eyeshadow palettes. The first is this palette from Laura Mercier, and I used this a ton. I love this Morning Dew. Morning Dew Cashmere are my absolute favorite. You can, I think, still get this on Sephora's website in their clearance sale section. So it's definitely a great deal. This blue color is amazing to darken your crease with. This is just so, so beautiful. I mean, I hesitated on buying this around, I think it was October, or no, maybe before that. I can't remember, but it was the later half of the year. But it was just, I'm so glad I bought it because it is so beautiful, and it was a little higher price than I normally would spend to only get this many shadows, but I think it is just so worth it. So pretty. And then the last palette, how can I not mention the Naked 3? I mean, come on. Even though I probably haven't used it in the last 6 months, this is what really got me started on rose gold colors this year. And I mean, you can see a couple of them I'm almost hit pan on. Maybe you can tell, I don't know. Especially this one, which is Trick, was probably my favorite one to use. But these, I've gotten the most beautiful looks in this. Every time I wear this, it complements out. And it is just so gorgeous. If you're going to get any Naked palettes, between this one and the first, they're my favorite. I never use the second Naked palette. I never do. I don't know why. Probably should. But absolute favorite. These are 2 palettes I highly recommend, especially when you can get on sale. Then last is lip products, and I have a few. This year I really ventured out on lipsticks. I have to tell you that I own a ton of drugstore lipsticks. And in my favorites, I only have one. And that is because this year I really bought a lot of higher end lipsticks that I never have before. And so a lot of my favorite, I have 2 drugstore actually. But so I have 2 drugstore and 5 high end. And I'm going to start with the drugstore ones, and then I'll go to the high end. The first drugstore were any of the Maybelline matte, their new ones, and this is in Lush for Blush. This was probably one of my favorite colors this year, or from this line. It is just so pretty. And I think it's very wearable, but these are absolutely amazing. I am definitely a matte girl. I love matte lipsticks more so than any shimmer or shine, although I did put lip gloss over. Actually, I'm wearing the Spice one, but I love matte lipsticks. They're just so, I'm so glad that there was finally a drugstore matte. There's a couple more I'll share, one more I'll share with you that's not this brand, but it was nice to have a new line of matte lipsticks at the drugstore. So I highly recommend those. I think I have almost every color but 1 or 2, and they are so pretty. The next drugstore is by Wet n Wild. This is the VI Pink it's the Fergie line. I mean, so pretty. I think I heard from this on Melissa, you know, the crazy girl. She used to be called MILFs or Mimps or something like that, but she talked about this. I literally had to go out and find it. It took me forever to find it. I think I finally ordered it online around the summertime, and then I found it in my local drugstore, and it was like, you know, but it is so pretty, and it is a very fun spring and summer color. I did wear it a lot. I think it looks really good with blue eyes, especially if you have a really toned down look. Definitely recommend this. And this is matte. That's what I was going to say. I think Wet n Wild is the only matte. I lied. There's those matte bombs by Revlon. Those are the 3 mattes that I love from the drugstores. The Revlon mattes, these that are matte, and these now that are matte. So it was just nice to have, because usually everything is more satin or shimmer or glossy finish, and I don't always like that. Okay, now for the goodies is my higher end lipsticks. And I'm going to first start with the Buxom Nudes. I think I bought 4 of these and I wanted to get the rest, but my Sephora sold out of them and they took them off, like their sample ones, they took them off. So I think that means they're not restocking them. Maybe it just means they're out, I hope. Because I really want to get them all. These are so great. Very long wearing. They are matte. They're supposed to have everyone's perfect nude. Of course, this is not mine. This is one of the darker ones. This is in the color Revealed. And they're just so great. Again, long wearing. I love nude lipsticks. I've always been trying to find the perfect nude, which I think I found. But these are definitely up there with my favorite. They're just so great. Again, I love long wearing lipsticks. If they last long, then I will buy them and I will use them. And these are just so pretty. This one probably isn't my favorite one. I'm not surprised I picked that one. The lighter ones are my favorite, but I like them all. I recommend them all. I think there's the lightest one I don't own and the darkest one I don't own. Unless this is the darkest one, that is another dark one. But I think those are the 2 I don't own. Bite Beauty. This is the first year trying obviously any Bite Beauty products, and I bought so many of them, and they are just so gorgeous. This is in the color Aubergine, which is a nice purple shade, and they are just like, you know, I should have bought the Agave lip mask because I do like that. That's in my favorite too, even though I don't have it here. So mark that down. But this is just a gorgeous color. But any of these, I just grabbed one, not even necessarily, this one I haven't worn as much. I wore it a little bit in the fall. I've gotten more into darker lips this winter, so hopefully by next fall I'll be using more of these and not be so scared. But I just think this brand is so amazing. I wish they weren't so expensive. I think their mini ones are a great value because the likelihood of you going through a whole lipstick is, at least for me, is not realistic. That I should only be buying the little ones. I wish they came out with the little ones in every color because I would buy them all, every single one. So there are those. Then the last 3 products are my all-time best lip products this year. And one of them is a sample, and I'm going to go buy the full size because I can't get enough of this color. And it is my favorite lipstick, which are the Kat Von D liquid, long-lasting liquid lipsticks. I have every color but the reds. So there's 2 red ones. And of course, because I hated red, I never bought them. I got this in a sample kit or something, and I wore this, I swear, all December long. And this is what made my husband say he finally likes red lipstick. Of course, he could just be lying, but this, I just love how these stain. And so I'm definitely buying this one, which is an Outlaw, but I want to buy the underage red one too. I just think these are amazing. They, at the end, I'll put it on in the morning. At the end of the day, I am still wiping off lipstick, even though it does where kind of where you would eat, you know, so around your lips is still darker, which to me I don't think looks terrible. And I don't like to reapply lipstick. I hate it. So for me, I don't mind that, but it just is amazing. The next was a limited edition by Buxom. I don't know if you can still get this, but I know I talked about it a lot. Was it in the summertime? Because I had just gotten this. I used it a ton. I mean, as you can see, it's all shaped funny now, but this is in the color Dolly. You could get it in the lipstick form, a stick form, and they had, I think, a gloss form and a lip liner. I think I actually have this in the stick form too, but I've never used it. But I have, this is my favorite. Not that that would not be either. But this color is just a very nice nude color. Probably, well, this is my second top fit. So that was the Kat Von D was my 3rd. This is number 2. And it's just a color that I wore literally from when I've gotten it up until probably December. I stopped wearing it. I started wearing red. But this is just a amazing color. Then the last winner of lipsticks this year is my Kat Von D Lovecraft. I saw this color, I want to say a year ago, ran to the store. I saw it on one of her Kat Von D's makeup tutorial videos and fell in love. Ran to Sephora, they were sold out, and they said that they were redoing their lipstick line and they were not going to get it back in stock, but they didn't know what the new lipstick line was going to come at, the studded one. They didn't know what it was going to be. And they came out with this color again, and I bought 6 of them. No joke. I have a sample one, or I got the little kit that she came out with over the holiday. So I use that one right now. This one I haven't used yet. Actually, I have. You can tell. But this, so it's a little bit darker than the Dolly one, and it's matte. The Dolly one has a little bit more shimmer. But so this one's right here, right there. And if you are going to buy any lipstick at all, well, they're sold out right now. But if they ever restock them, you should get one. I have never known anyone to hate this color. I would love to know if someone does and why. Just because I love it. I think there's nothing wrong with it. Totally great. So that is everything for my favorites from 2014. I've watched a lot of your guys' videos and commented. Let me know if you have posted one and I haven't watched it. Post it below. Also, if you don't do videos, post what your favorites were this year. I'd love to know. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.